All right, guys, welcome back to the MLG Winter Championships 2012. I say winter very hesitantly because it is quite hot outside.
It is nice outside.
Yeah.
It's actually I can't even say.
I came from Texas. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going up north. It's gonna be nice and cool.
We like came from like polar opposites, but
Yeah.
but it's super hot in Canada where I come from too. So.
Really?
Yeah, it was like it's like
Weather's
the exact
weird.
same temperature. Oh, it's
Weather
completely,
is weird.
100%.
But here we are. We are going to be jumping into a game between spawning in the top left-hand location. The red Protoss player Oz from Team FXO, his opponent in the bottom right. It's the STC from Team OGS. A PVT best of 3. The STC is 0-3. I am rhyming because it makes me happy.
It makes me happy too, actually.
That's good. I'm
sometimes.
glad
Now,
I'm making you happy.
He's
He's 0-3, right? I'm not completely wrong.
Let me double check on that.
Yeah, just check on that.
I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he beat.
He lost. He beat Grubby. Okay,
he
so
did
he's
beat
2-1.
Grubby.
Yeah. Or he's 1-2. Sorry. Oz is undefeated. Come on, man. What are you doing?
It's the
You
internet.
figure it out.
Internet.
I'll cast the game.
Please.
Just kidding. It shouldn't be too hard to find. There it is. Oz is currently 2-0. The STC 0-1. That's not. Okay, he's 1-1.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's 1-1.
Yes,
They
100%.
they don't have it in there yet. I think they were confused because of the regame. Okay, so basically Oz is in a pretty good point, right? He's in a pretty good situation. If he wins this game, he's setting himself very nicely.
Yeah,
for tomorrow. Meanwhile, I guess I should have been talking about SEC, but the SEC, he's 1-1. You know, that's one of those records where if you win, you're setting 2-1. Like, it's not obviously it's not the best.
He's gonna be duking it out. He's gonna
Right.
be brawling for
Yeah.
a spot in there, right? He's gonna be a contender, you know?
Yeah.
He wants to get in there. So
You know, certain things have to happen for him to leave the group up 1, and if
Yeah.
he wins here, he's tied with Oz at the top.
it helps him a whole bunch. It's gonna rocket him.
Like him and Oz will be 2-1 if the STC can win this
Yeah,
series.
that's
Again,
actually
this
this
is a
is
best of 3.
actually a very big game.
Yeah, no, this
for
is
the
very
STC.
important. That being said, though, let's take a look at the openings really quick. Oz opening up with the gas, very standard play, and the STC not going for the gasless fast expand. That's a little bit surprising to me, and I bet Oz looking in here is like, I'm a little bit surprised. I'm scouting. I'm expecting to see no gases here.
Yeah.
But you have a gas, and when Terrans get a gas early game, like, it's weird. Like, are they actually gonna do 2 racks? Like, that's like not in the metagame right now. Like
Yeah,
the 2 racks trying to hit into a natural that can be defended pretty well. But then you have to consider, okay, how many defenses do we make? We saw this with Grubby. I'll let you talk in a second. We saw this with Grubby versus the SEC, where SEC. Remember, you opened 2 racks. Was that
Yeah.
that game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
he
was,
opened
on
with the
Antigua.
2 racks on this map, and he's doing it again.
Yeah, and the one thing I want to point out, we saw actually a very, very fast Zealot actually getting a Zealot, Zealot before even Cybercore was out.
Yeah.
He went for a very fast Zealot, I guess in anticipation
That's weird.
of going for
Because like I would
a
almost
very
do
fast
that.
command center.
I would almost do that if a fast command center was happening.
Yeah, exactly.
But he scouted the gas.
I think he committed to that before he scouted what the SEC
Okay.
did in fact choose to do. And
Yeah,
it's
because the
just
Marauders can be out here. The Zealot's not going to do
yeah,
anything.
it looks like it's going to be. I thought he lifted up and put it down to the low ground that factory,
Marines, be
but
careful.
he's making Hellions.
Marines, be careful. All right, they're backing up.
So careful.
All right,
Oh,
now
he
he's
was thinking about hiding that
there it is.
Marauder for a second.
Oh, he doesn't have concussive shells. I just sound like a Korean.
Nah.
Just kidding. That's not racist, is it? We're cool.
No.
Yeah, we're
What?
cool.
What?
When they cast, it's like,
Yeah, they say ah.
Yeah, that's cool. And at the end they say, oh, it's a factory. I thought it was a,
Yeah.
I thought it was a barracks.
Oh no.
Holy crap.
Marauder Hellion.
Ooh, okay, this is cool. This is like, he's
Yeah.
like trying to directly counter this fast expand. And it's going to work because not only did he chrono boost out the 2 Zealots, so his Stalker's going to be a little bit delayed. He's only going to have 2 sentries out here and another Zealot. Chrono boost, his warp gate's going to be a little bit late too. So this is like a perfect build from the SEC to exploit this fast expand play from Oz.
I guess.
His force fields out to me nailed.
Yeah. I mean, this is. I'm biting my.
This is scary.
Like physically biting my nails right
This is
now.
terrifying.
Because this is going to be a paper thin defense
Do
here.
you cancel the Nexus?
You think he's going to have to
Do
cancel
you?
the
I'm
Nexus?
asking you.
Oh man, I mean your opponent.
He's trying. He has to make the decision right now.
Yeah.
Do I cancel?
He probably tries to save it, or at least try and take some soak some damage up on it.
There we go.
Decent force fields there. Takes out 1 Hellion, the 2nd Hellion will not die, actually,
such
taking out
good.
2 units with that, just that one, having that one Hellion up on that high ground. 2 Stalkers will get warped in here, another force field, sectioning off that one Marauder. It looks like this push will, in fact, get deterred now. A couple SCVs coming just a little bit late to the party. It looks like the pylon was thrown down at the natural expansion for now, but Bunker is going to be put a lane siege now to that natural expansion of Oz. But right now, Oz is just going to gather up a couple more units and then probably eventually just break that bunker.
If he can, it's easy to say. We'll see though. There's 2 Marauders in there, 4 SCVs out here, 2 Hellions as well. He's definitely going to try to defend this Nexus from going down. Reinforcements have been temporarily stopped for the STC, trying to deal with that probe inside his main base and perhaps to kill the pylon. We see nothing really coming across the map except for 1 Hellion. One Stalker getting stuck in Sentry is the reason that Stalker died. But, you know, he has to make a decision. I have to defend this Nexus. He has to go right now. Yeah,
he absolutely has to go right now. It might actually be a little bit... No, he's actually missed target fire. He decided not to target fire the Nexus. Probe's getting pulled here to try and take down this one lone Bunker. Hellion's getting not so much good splash damage there. Bunker finally gets taken down here with only 2 Stalkers and a Sentry left here. This push will, in fact, get thwarted now with that final warp in. Hellion's only left now. They're going to try and do whatever damage they can, and he's lining them up, but Hellions are dead now. Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff to think about there. A lot. There's so many decisions that had to be made by these players. 1, do I cancel my Nexus as the units are coming? 2, what do I target fire? As the Terran player, what do I target fire? The Nexus, try to kill it and get it finished, or the units that are coming at me? 3, can I actually destroy these units that are coming at me? 4, how many probes do I need to pull as a Brothers player to try to kill all these Terran units? There's probably like so much more to think about, but there's just a very cool engagement there. And it all comes down to who's ahead. 31 to 28. Protoss still is their natural. Command Center hasn't yet been pulled over. He has his starport out, ready for medevac production. Stim is almost done, so
it's somewhat even.
It's relatively even, I think.
It's relatively even.
Do you think? Or the Protoss?
No. I mean, Tech is up for the Terran player. The
Protoss has this for a long time.
Yeah, he has finally secured his natural expansion. He's not really teching quite yet, though. It doesn't look like we don't see.
He doesn't have any units on the field.
No, he just lost his whole army. He obviously has to have
there's a lot to consider.
Yeah, the drop's going to come down to the main base here. Actually, it's going to be.
I thought there were 4 Hellions. To be honest, why can't I follow this?
4 Marauders. It's all right.
I thought it was 4 Hellions.
Actually, it looks like Oz is moving across the middle of the map here, so he's going to be caught up just a little bit out of position.
Does he turn around? Does he turn around?
Stim is pushed out. Is done.
Target pylons. Target pylons. Target pylons.
He's going to. No, he looks like he's going to be more concerned with actually the push at the front. Now STC realizes.
Okay, now he's targeting.
Actually, it looks like the Artosis pylon.
Oh, you said it. He's right behind you too. Why did you say that? He's yelling at us. He's not
sorry.
Really behind us.
Don't burn me.
It's okay. No burning will happen. And now he's turning around. Oz.
Oh my goodness.
That's the indecision. Like, if he had turned around right when those Marauders were dropped, this wouldn't be as bad as it's going to be here. These Marauders can just run around all day. They have concussive shells. They can slow anything that's coming at them. And they can laugh while they do it, and they can take drugs while they do it and get faster. And then they can get healed up, so it's no big deal. They can just get picked up and they can get out of there.
Oh my goodness, this is so painful right now. It's terrible, you could say even. And STC, he's gonna try and force. Yeah, he's gonna kill that other pylon now. He's just hampering production time and time again. And
didn't lose.
I'm out, bro. Later.
Unit didn't lose a single unit.
That is the perfect drop
Terran
right
is
there.
a good race. Just kidding. That was well played.
STC is a great player, let's say.
He is. That was very well played. Not losing a single Marauder. Killed about 100 pylons. Killed 19 probes.
With Marauders, too. Like,
took down some
a
sentry here and there. Very well played. And now Oz is in a very tricky situation. His opponent is getting a 3rd command center, has medevacs on the way, has plenty of medevacs on the field, making more and more Marines and Marauders. I don't see what Oz does to come back from this deficit. Oh, another drop.
Yeah, the drop is back again.
Oh, he's picking up the weakened ones.
It looks like he is going to be able to take out the Stalker. And again, STC being relentless with these drop stims again. Looks like, oh no!
I want to see the kill count.
No, he saved.
Let me see the kills.
Oh my goodness, what is this micro coming out of here? I thought those Marauders were dead. No, they just got picked up in the medevac, Axel. What is going on here? But the reason why if you guys are curious why STC's taking this base, he's done a lot of damage. He feels very comfortable. He didn't lose a single unit. He still has a lot of good standing ground army right now, so he's able to get his macro on fairly easily here and secure that third base without a problem whatsoever. Like, what can Oz do right now? Is he going to have to two base all in? Probably.
Yeah, you nailed it, man. I mean, there's not a lot of options for Oz. He can, he can hope his micro is just ridiculously good. But look at all these Zealots here. That's actually a lot of Zealots. They don't have charge. Keep that in mind. Guardian Shield goes down. STC is like, all right, never mind. I don't want to deal with that. Gonna kite a little bit. Nice force fields there. Oh my God, from Oz. And that's exactly what needs to happen if he wants to get back to this game. He's gonna chew away half of this army. And look at that, adding on another layer of force fields. This is exactly what Oz has to do.
Wow, absolutely beautiful force fields there. STC getting a little bit greedy, trying to kill off a couple. Yeah, exactly.
No reason to be out there in the middle of the map
no,
with like half your army.
Not whatsoever, Axel.
Sure, you just did a lot of damage with the drop, but you know there's a certain time where you got to be like, okay, I killed a lot of economy. He still has a pretty big army.
Yeah, these Zealots are gonna be very scary, especially coupled with these sentries. STC's got to be very, very careful if he wants to. And there come the SCVs to try and defend this. Force fields go down. SCVs are battling these Zealots now. They are buffering for the main Marine Marauder army here for STC. It looks like he will barely hold this as another round of War Princes coming in now.
All the Zealots are gone.
Oz, and yeah, as the Zealots are going, gone. Four come back in though, but there's just not enough here, and that's GG from Oz. STC taking game number 1. What a guy.
Yeah, what an amazing game. I mean, some people will see that, oh, it's a little bit one-sided, but honestly, so many little cute stuff happened. You know, again, we go back to that, what does it come down to, which I love to do. I think it's that draw, man.
That is the glaring fact right there.
Yeah,
it's the Marauder draw.
You could argue probably either way based on the openings of the two players and how all that went down. You know, the STC not getting the Nexus, losing his entire army, losing some probes, the Brodos player, but ultimately that drop did so much damage.
It delayed because Oz was looking to make a push there. He made a few more gateways. I think it was 6 gateways he was up to.
I don't remember.
6 or 7. He had 3 that got depowered, and then another 2, and then 1 in his front. So yeah, 6 gateways. He was out in the middle of the map, and that drop alone shut down that push right away. Yeah. So that not only there's no transition for Oz there. He not only delays tech, but STC does that by dropping there. He delays that push. He basically saves himself with 4 Marauders and a medevac. It's crazy to think that, but.
And like when that drop was happening, like right when Oz saw it, I'm looking in the middle of the map. I'm like, does he pull back? Because that's like the split decision. That's a split decision you have to make. Do I keep pushing, or do I back up to defend this drop? Obviously, you want to obviously you want to push because that was your plan. You're trying to hit a timing.
Yeah. But your production gets cut.
Yeah, you could. There are 4 Marauders in a meta.
Then what do? You can't.
Like probes just can't.
How can you defend? You can't warp in anymore.
You can't just send your probes to attack them.
No.
As I get the players into game number 2, and Entombed Valley was the map choice. But yeah, so you have to make a decision. Do I back up? And the composition of Oz's army made it so that it was a tricky decision too. He had a lot of Zealots in there. Like Zealots aren't that fast. Like when you're trying to defend a drop, you don't immediately think, all right, I'm gonna bring back my Zealots that are really slow. And then he tried to go for the push, and there were 2 bunkers at the top of the SCC's ramps. So he's like, all right, maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah. And then he turns around and finally cleans up 4 Marauders.
He didn't even clean them up, though. Like
that's the thing.
STC got out of there for free.
And then he threw them away, but I think they paid for themselves.
Oh, they
just
paid for themselves is like the understatement of the year for those Marauders. Those guys were getting bonuses, but, well, they paid the ultimate price.
I want to emphasize the importance of this match for the SCC. He's up 1-0.
This is big.
If he can beat Oz, again, they're tied at the top of their group, 2-1.
Not only for him, though. The whole pool changes by STC beating Oz. Like that. Then now, like, if I take a quick look here.
Let's invite.
Now, everyone gets more evened up into more even playing field. That gives Parting a better chance of getting first. That gives a lot of people a better chance of getting first place here.
Yeah. All right, looks like we're ready to go here. I hope their colors are correct.
Oz is red. Yep, they're good.
Cool. I never remember that stuff.
That's all right.
All right, so countdown has begun. We're jumping to game number 2 of this best of 3 between the STC and Oz. Second match.